for the thick of it all. If they don't give me room, well then I'll give them the wall. I'm gonna smoke my tires when the victory calls. I'm gonna be there, be there. I wanna see my face up on the jumbo screen. Feel the white hot metal of a winning machine. Because you win or you lose and there's no in between. I wanna be there, be there, be there.
It is time to kick off the 10th season of Target Series competition at the Daytona International Speedway. This is the Hershey Kisses 300. Oliver Evans in the 62 car has won the pole for today's race. Who's outside second is the 10 of Landon Lyons. Then third's Luke Ray in the 22. That team won the first ever Target Series race back 9 seasons ago. Fourth place we have Jonathan Buford, and running at the top 5 it's Andrew Bean in the 05 car. Sixth place we have Kashawn Richardson. Seventh, it's Jack Canaramo. Eighth, Carson Bowers. In ninth, we have Alex Fletcher. And Freddie Soto runs at the top 10 to 17. For the rest of the others, Jennifer Beeford, to her insides, Tyler Fink in the 27. With Jeff Wright, the 5, the first ever Target Series champion. To his inside, the 16 is Noggin Scott. Then we have Trey Brainy with Evan Hunter, the 28. Along with Justin Zidell and Alex Reynolds in the 23. Then there's Nathan Green and Jay Randall, the 52. Cole Luigi starting out his final season of Target Series competition. Keegan Thompson to his inside. Then we have Brett Sierra and John Smith, the 09, with Zachary DeLello and Adam McDowell in the 20. Then there's Jack Marshall and Edwin Mendez, with Danny Lloyd and Bronson Minnick in the 12, along with Jake Galloway and Leon Campana, Jonathan Rains and Casey Nanico. Then Sebastian Kukulan and Riley Spurlitube, Anthony Hernandez and Marshall Burrow. And in the final row, 39th, it's Mathis Wells. And in 40th, the 1 car of Eli Bright. There's our 40-car field to kick off Season 10 of the Target Series at Daytona. Let's go trackside and fire these engines up.
I can't hear you! Drivers! Start your engines!
40 cars have fired up and they're rolling off the starting grid here at the Daytona International Speedway to do battle to kick off Season 10 of the Target Series. We've had 9 amazing Target Series seasons. The 10th one looking to be the best yet, and with a new race car out there on the racetrack. These drivers never used it before. The cars they've used have had a lot more downforce, a lot more side force on the cars. These ones gonna be a lot more slippery, gonna be harder to handle. It's gonna make for some great racing here this season. 18 laps to kick off the 10th Target Series season. Can a past champion score victory again? Can someone new make a name for themselves and kick off their season on the right foot? Oliver Evans, along with Landon Lyons, front row. The Hershey Kisses 300 is underway in Daytona. The 22 team was the first to ever win the Target Series at Daytona. They'll be the first to lead a lap in Season 10 of competition. Luke Rainey, the first lap leader of the season. Oliver Evans and Andrew Bean are side by side for second and a little bit 3 wide back behind them. As to the inside, the 27 comes to Tyler Fink. Has a nice portion of the 16 Noggin Scott as well. 32 Trey Rainey down the inside. All trying to run down Trey's brother Lucas. He's pulled a nice gap over the rest of the field down the backstretch of the race. Bean with Tyler Fink, they'll get up to the middle lane together. Oliver Evans doing a great job on the outside, hanging tough. That 05 just hasn't cleared that 62 yet. That's why Luke Ray's pulled away. And still the 62 hanging tough in the middle of the racetrack. That car looks pretty sporty right now. There are the 05s, just not as sporty as it should be. You'll see the 05 get forced in the middle there as Noggin Scott moves low. Noggin to second. Can he try and run down Luke Rennie now? I think that 05 wasn't as good as it should have been. Look, he dropped already 3 cars back. That could be because he has no help from behind, but I really think he's slowing that middle lane up. I think Andrew Bean's not as fast as these race series 16 right to the back of the 22. He'll move to the inside with Trey Rainey. Trey looks lower, but stays in line, but now moves low. And he's there with Alex Reynolds in the 23 car. 3 wide for the lead down the backstretch. Trey with the push from Reynolds. Getting a nice boost as they come off turn number 4. You can see that middle, it's really, really fading back because of that 05. Andrew Bean's not doing a great job in that middle lane. He's going to try and get up to the top side. Alex Reynolds for the lead, getting pushed by Brett Sear in the 98. Here comes Brett to the inside, 3 wide for the top spot in turn number 1. Help from two-time Target Series champion Adam McDowell now driving the 20 car. One of the most successful drivers in Target Series history is Adam McDowell, looking to win in Daytona again. He'll move up though in the middle lane, down the backstretch. Here comes the 60 of Jack Marshall, looking out of line. He has up from the 12 of Bronson Minnick. 3 wide for the lead and 3 by 3 in the back up to the 3rd corner. This pack is 3 by 3 all the way back. Aggressive racing to start out the season. Jack Marshall to clear, but now he moves up and gives the bomb to the 12 of Bronson Minnick. Back to the start finish line. The leader of the lap is gonna be, looks like Jack Marshall in the middle lane did do it. Minnick, here comes Jake Galloway, Target Series champion on the inside, moving forward. Jake Galloway to the front. He's won at Daytona in the Target Series before. It was in a 3 wide photo finish a few seasons ago under the lights. Jonathan Rains, the 02, come to the inside. Here comes the 6, Sebastian Kukulon. He'll look low. He's been competitive in the Target Series before. He's made the chase. He's had great seasons. Has not gotten the championship, though. Can he do it this season, season 10? As Jake Galloway shuts the door down low. He's clear in front. Kukulon up to second. Here comes the 89 of Marshall Burrell to move to third. Riley Sprutub on the inside moving forward. The 47 car. Side by side for second. 5 laps down. Jake Galloway leads in the 18. 3 wide for second behind him. That's Riley Sprutub out of line. 31, Anthony Hernandez behind him. We'll see if they can catch the 18, the draft here. They have a nice run going. Front 3 gonna move up there down the back stretch. Sprutub trying to get in the draft to Jake Galloway, getting the boost from Hernandez. He'll pull low halfway down the back stretch. What a great run for the 47. He'll go to the lead in 3 and 4. And Evan Hunter, 3 wide out of line. The 28 making a move on Casey Nanico, who's one of the best Target Series drivers last season, won multiple races, made the chase, and has shot the championship come Homestead. But it was Calducci who won it. Speaking of Calducci, he's going 3 wide for second. His final Target Series season of competition. Looking to start out right with the win at Daytona. 3 wide to the point. He won last season's Target Series championship to finish the trifecta, winning in the Gatorade Cup Series, Petzl Truck Series, and Target Series championships. Can he win his 2nd straight and end his Target Series career on a high note? He's holding off the level for now as the 01 moves up with the 33 up the super stretch. Now he'll try and pull low, but he sensed the A10 was down there. Spire probably said inside, 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 and he didn't want to make that move. And now DeLello gonna try and make it. Look at Calducci though, get down line. Back behind them, they're looking 4 wide through 3 and 4. Cause Sean Richardson rubbing, and up into the wall they go, around they go. Big crash back of the field. Some cars up in the air. 34 up on top of the 88 to Jennifer Buford. Brunswick upside down, the 34 flips down the racetrack. That's Jack Canaramo flipping wildly. There's Trey Rainey, Luke Rainey. 99 car involved, Jack Marshall involved, Brett Searer was there. As Calducci leads the race back with 11 to go. He is out front. The Hershey Kisses 300. So Calducci leads the race back. A big crash back of the field. Zidell out. Canaramo took a tumble. Brett Searer has damage. Marshall and Scott. Heavy contact for Adam McDowell. Trey Rainey all torn up. Luke Rainey was back there because Sean Richardson, Jennifer Beaver had a car on top of her. Minnick was up off the ground. Alex Reynolds may have gotten involved as well. A scary crash off turn 4 at the Daytona National Speedway. Slows the race down. As a terrible crash involving many cars riding at the back of the field. It started with a 4 wide in which Sean Richardson was involved in. Let's see what happened. This is how this wreck started. You can see right there, the 29 Sean Richardson is supposed to be behind the 34th Jack Canaramo. However, he senses a hole down low. He tries to make it, but the 99 Justin Zaidel is too big of a run. And entering turn 3, the 29 still makes the move. Then they get 4 wide. You can't back out in a position like that. The 29 Sean Richardson getting pushed by Carson Bowers. You can't just slam on the brakes and try and get back in line. It's impossible to do. They're trying to give each other in, but Richardson gets too low into Zaidel, into Canaramo. Nog gets Scott Bronson, Minnick, Adam McDowell, Jack Marshall. Buford gets hit, and then time from there. Look at the 34, the 12 upside down. Then 34 gets piled on top of Jennifer Buford, which then sends Cam around for a wild ride. Look at Alex Reynolds getting sideways there. He may have actually found a way to escape it without damage. Look at Trey Rainey up top with brother Luke. That's how they got damage. The 20 hit the 99, 32 got involved. I don't think Luke Rainey has much damage, if any at all. So some of these drivers did miss it. Some cars spun down low. I wonder if they're able to avoid it. We have multiple views of this. We'll see. It was Brett Sear that got spun by Alex Reynolds, which may have actually been a blessing in disguise for Brett if he did hit the inside wall. He'll actually be all right. He missed the crash. Take another view at this. See the crazy tumble Canaramo went on. And once the 88 got piled underneath that 34, you knew it was going to be big. Right there, you see the 88 just get wedged underneath. Couldn't tell who that red and white car was, but it was Jay Brando. I think he did a great job missing it. Looked like he got through. And now let's see what Brett Sears spin to the inside looked like as he got tapped from behind as he was trying to check if Alex Reynolds got into him, spun him down to the inside. We'll see right here. Watch that. Yellow 98 right there. Gets shot to the inside. He just holds the brake. Spins it down to the inside. He does not make contact with any of these walls. He will be fine to continue going. He'll just be behind some damaged cars if they don't come down pit road. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Cole Luigi's out front in the Hershey Kisses 300 Daytona, his final start in the Target Series in the Hershey Kisses 300. We're going back green this time. Cole Luigi is the one out front. It'll be 9 to go. Once we get going, we'll be halfway done. Out from that is Justin Zaidel, Jack Canaramo, and Adam McDowell. So far, 37 cars are still going. Because Sean Richardson has damage at the back. Trey Rainey, they've both got their hoods off. There's Brett Sear behind Jack Marshall. Now gets out. Some of these cars up here, they do have damage. We'll see if some of the cars like Luke Rainey and Brett Sear can get by without losing the draft. Code Luigi, Zachary DeLello, Eli Bright. Top 3 with Leon Capana and Keegan Thompson in the top 5. Back green in Daytona. Look at the great restart for everyone behind Code Luigi. The 33 did not get going well. That caused a stack-up effect. Watch the back of the pack like the 22 and the 98. Can they stay in touch? Can Luke Ray, Brett Sear get around? Oh, he's caught behind Bronson Minnick. That's going to ruin any shot. If he could have gotten by his teammate, he would have been all right. But now they're so slow, they would need another crash to happen. And fast. For the lead, Eli Bright going on Cole Luigi, but there goes Keegan Thompson a step lower. 3 wide for the lead. Has help from Mathis Wells. Coach clear off the top. Here comes Keegan with a huge run to the inside. He's barely there. Coach did not want to come off that time. If that was the last lap, that would have been a lot different. We may have seen a pile up in 3 and 4 if that was the last lap. Keegan Thompson to the front, pushed by Mathis Wells. Here comes Mathis to the inside, 3 wide. He'll force 11 middle. He's getting a boost from Edwin Mendez, the 40 car. Gatorade Cup Series driver last season in the 11. He'll force Mathis Wells, 3 wide middle. And up to the middle goes John Smith. And down low, Edwin Mendez trying to take it. Here comes Anthony Hernandez. The 0-2 of Jonathan Rains into the picture. Off 2 down the backstretch. 3 wide again. Hernandez, the push from Jonathan Rains, gonna move to the front. Here comes our pole sitter, and who had a fast car early on, Oliver Evans, trying to join the party at the front. As Hernandez leads in the 31, Rains is clear in second. Can Evans get clear in third? Oliver's going to peek to the inside. Rains for second. Help from Marshall Burrow. Here comes Tyler Fink, the 27 down low. 7 to go in Daytona. Hernandez and Oliver Evans, they're going to go side by side to the first corner. Oliver Evans to the front. Here comes Marshall Burrow to follow. Along with Tyler Fink. Andrew Bean. We mentioned his car was slower early on in the race. Has he maybe figured out what was wrong in that 05 car? Get put middle lane of 3 wide. As fourth lead, there goes Marshall Burrow. Down low 3 wide, back behind them, it's Carson Bowers coming forward. Has help from the 10 car. That's Landon Lyons. He starts second in this race. As Marshall Burrow doesn't have the help down low, but he's still making it work using the lower lane. Burrow, Evans, side by side, back to the start-finish line. Marshall Burrow leads with 6 to go. Final 6 laps of the season 10 Hershey Kisses 300. It's been a heavily contested race so far today. One caution flag for a big incident back of the pack as Carson Bowers goes 3 wide to the lead. And who's going to time it right? If it stays green, I would love to be where Eli Bright, Cole Luigi are. Back of the pack on the outside, you're still not down low, you're still not getting positions. I think that's the spot to be, somewhere back there. Because we're still coming to 5 to go, there's still tons of time left. Leading the race is Carson Bowers down in front of the 41 of Alex Fletcher. Here comes the 15 of Jonathan Buford to join the front at the top of the field. We've not seen him all race long. He's now going for his second with help from Jeff Bright, the 2-time Target Series champion, the Season 1 champion of the series. 3 wide for second. Has help from Sebastian Kukulan. Here comes the 17 of Freddie Soto, that's the 6's teammate. Does Roush work together? Up the super stretch, Jeff Bright looking for a run. He'll go to the inside, Carson Bowers. What a huge run by the Junior Motorsports Chevrolet Chevy Power, getting by the 25. He has no help though, no one's near him. Can the 25 get back in line? Can Evan Hunter fill the hole down low? 4 wide behind them, around goes the 01 of DeLello. He'll spin on the apron. We're coming back to 4 to go. No yellow flag, we have a car in the grass. We are still green. No yellow, DeLello spun off track, we are still green. If the yellow came out right there, we would have had 1 lap dash. But since he spun off the racetrack, we are good to go. Jay Randall barely missed that big crash a few laps ago. He's up to 3rd, but lap traffic looms ahead. It is Minnick and Buford, very slow. They will definitely catch them. There goes Hunter. He wants to lead once they catch lap traffic. Those front 2 pulled away. Can Jeff Bright get back in line once they catch lap cars? 3 to go this time by, and the Hershey Kisses 300. Jeff Bright's in line behind Evan Hunter. Front 3 are so far single file. Keegan Thompson 3 wide for 4th. Heads up from Riley Spurley too, who won last night in the Penzo Truck Series race. Jeff Bright back to the inside. A big crossover, now the lap cars are side by side. Minnick and Jeffrey Buford. No one's going to be able to escape right here. They're going to have to check up. And everyone is slow. Down to 155 miles an hour. Can someone emerge? They're still stuck. Here come the cars that lost the draft. Jeff Bright will emerge on the bottom to get out front. There is absolutely no reason for the 12 or the 88 to be out there with how slow they're going. There is absolutely no reason. They are going severely off the pace, about 30 miles an hour, maybe even more. And we're coming to 2 to go. There's the battle for the win. Riley Spurgeon to 3 wide. He wants to lead this race. 2 to go. 3 wide for the top spot. Not many cars have gotten away to contest for this win. Riley Spurley Tube goes to the bottom to take the lead away. But back behind him, here comes John Smith with a run. And Eli Bright on the inside with a run. There goes Eli 3 wide. And they're wrecking behind them. This is the race back to the line because the lap cars they've wrecked. They are 3 wide for the win. Riley Spurgeon clears. He won last night in the Penzo Truck Series race, the Geico 250. Can he come out turn 4, win the Target Series Hershey Kisses 300? He's gonna do it. Riley Spurgeon will win at Daytona again. They have crashed off turn 2 because of the lap cars. Kukulan Bowers was involved. Evan Hunter may have been involved. Some cars got away from the accident scene. And that has ended the race 1 lap early. I'm sure drivers like Eli Bright, Cole Luigi, Mathis Wells, Edwin Mendez, they are not happy with how that ended right there. And they have a reason as well, because that was pretty wrong what the 12 and the 88 did there. Staying on the racetrack, the 88 had a car on top of her, and the 12 was up in the air. I have no reason, there's absolutely no reason why they would have stayed on the racetrack. They didn't gain any spots. It's a real shame, too, because it ended what could have been a mad dash back to the line for this whole pack. We had so many cars that were going to be involved in that battle for the win. All came down then to about 8 cars, and then that got ruined because then we had the yellow late in the race. But Riley Spurgeon's not complaining. He's going to win for the second straight day in Daytona. Can he try and sweep Daytona? He has a shot in the Daytona 500 Gatorade Cup Series. That's going to be something to watch out for. Riley Spurgeon might be a threat. So the luck has been on Riley's side the past 2 days. He'll come off the corner. He'll win in Daytona over Eli Bright, who is a past Daytona Hershey Kisses 300 winner himself. So off turn 4, the checkered flag is waving, and Riley Spurgeon is going to win in the Target Series at Daytona. A great start to the season for Riley Spurgeon, a Pentel Truck Series win and a Target Series win. Checkers are out. Riley Spurgeon wins the Hershey Kisses 300 at Daytona. And as the field rolls across the start-finish line, let's see who crashed to bring up the final caution of the race. This was impatience out of all these drivers. With how slow the 88, the 12 are going, I don't blame them. These guys are going about 160 miles an hour. The race pace about 190. As they come off the corner, Evan Hunter tries to cut low. Nako's there. They get down to Kukulon, spinning around for those drivers. Carson Bowers gets collected, hits Hunter in the door. Those 4 go up, slide up, hit the outside wall. Caution flag comes out for that. As here comes drivers like Luke Rain. Luckily, the top side revealed itself for those 3 to get by DeLello, Sierra, and Luke Rainey. And that just shows how badly Luke Rain and Brett Sierra were affected by those cars that they got stuck behind, because they got stuck behind Bron Smith. Remember, the 01 DeLello spun off track and got back going with those 2. So that is what will end the Hershey Kisses 300 early. Riley Spurgeon gets back to the line front, barely clears Eli Bright's nose in 3 and 4, and he wins the Hershey Kisses 300. Let's go see the finish results after Daytona. Here are the finish results from the Hershey Kisses 300 at the Daytona International Speedway. We had 2 caution flags for 3 laps here today, and 13 lead changes. 12 drivers saw the lead here today in the season opener. 2 drivers tied for the longest laps led. They are Riley Spurgeon and Colucci, both with 3 laps led apiece. Spurgeon started 36th, leads 3 laps, and wins the race. Eli Bright started last here today. He ends up in 2nd. Edwin Mendez 3rd. John Smith 4th. Mathis Wells in 5th. Jeff Bright gets 6th. Keegan Thompson 7th. Cole Luigi in 8th. Landon Lyons 9th. And Jake Galloway rounds out the top 10. As we have a look at the top 20, inside the top 5, the highest starter was John Smith. He started 24th. Everyone else inside the top 5 started lower than 25th. CJ Randall got 11th, Andrew Bean 12th, 13th, Leon Capana 14th, Alex Reynolds, and 15th for Anthony Hernandez. Marshall Burrow gets 16th, Nathan Green 17th, Jonathan Rains, Alex Fletcher, and Oliver Evans from the pole falls to finish 20th. He never got to lead a lap here today. Tyler Fink 21st, 22nd for Jonathan Beeford, 23rd, Danny Lloyd 24th, Freddie Soto, Luke Rainey 25th, Zachary DeLello 26th, Brett Sierra in 27th, Evan Hunter in 28th, 29th, Casey Nako, Sebastian Kukulon 30th, Jack Marshall 31st, Trey Rain 32nd, 33rd, Nugget Scott, 34th, Kashawn Richardson, 35th for Carson Bowers. Those are the cars that finished on the lead lap. The 2 cars that finished 1 lap down and shouldn't have been out there, in my opinion. Bronson Mick, Jennifer Beeford both had heavy crashes, with Minnick up in the air, up on his side, and Jeff Beeford, the car on top of her. Yet they stay in the race, and they impacted the finish of this one. 3 cars took their cars to the garage. Adam McDowell, Jack Canaramo, Justin Seidel. Let's go see the point standings. Here are the points, pretty much going to be the same as where these drivers finished. Maybe if a driver led a lap or led the most laps, they move up a position or 2 in points. But Riley Spurgeon on top, Eli Bright, Edwin Mendez, basically how they finished. Everyone inside the top 5 and inside the top 10 in points are there. Basically, they finished inside the top 10 or inside the top 5. Some drivers like Anthony Hernandez, Marshall Burrow, they led a lap, so they might move up a position or 2 in points because of that. But otherwise, it's pretty much how the finishing order is after the Hershey Kisses 300. This points, the point standings won't really start to take form until about 8, 9, 10 races in. That's when we'll know who's going to be contending for a chase spot and who's down at the bottom. Just field fillers at that point. So, race number 2 of the season, we're going to head out west to the Auto Club Speedway for the Auto Club 250. I will see you guys then.